Hiya, welcome back to the channel. So for those of you who have been watching this channel for a while, you may have seen that recently, or not that recently, but a few months ago, I had the ECU remapped. And at the start of that video, I tried to fit this ECU, which I got off Kiefer, who had the 107, and it was mapped and it got crashed. So now, this is out of a dead car, and I couldn't get it to work because I didn't have the correct coding box for under the dash. I had the one for the central locking and not for the start of the car, which meant that I gave up and I just got my original ECU mapped. I've since been told of a method that I should be able to do to make this ECU work. I mean, this ECU is mapped with an older map and not for the injectors, which I've got. So it shouldn't actually be as good as the one that I've got. But I'm just doing this to see if this works. And all I need is that, or a paperclip, but that should work as well. This should also work if you're changing an ECU, if your ECU and key have lost the code, or you've got to get a new key cut and you know the old one stopped working or whatever. This is to pair a key to the shitter. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Now first I will demonstrate that with my original ECU. The car starts lovely, along with the compressor going off in the background. We don't want that on. Now I need to plug this ECU in. Now if you want to know how to fit one of these, just see that video, but I'm not going to show it too much. I'm just going to plug it in and leave it dangling like that, just to see if this works. And if anyone remembers the last video, they will know that that's what the car does. Starts up for a second. Let's turn that shit off a minute. Starts up for a second and then turns off. So let's try and program that ECU to receive this key. And this bit now involves the paper clip or the piece of wires I've got. So I need to unplug that because I don't need that plugged in. And if you notice there, I've marked the 2 pins, but it's number 4 and 13, which I will lovingly put in a brilliant on-screen diagram now. So what I've got to do is, first, turn the ignition on. Secondly, I need to put this to short between there and there. Get off! And now I need to leave it for 35 minutes. I believe, with the ignition still turned on. About 10 minutes left to go. And it's fucking freezing. Just thought my battery that I fitted isn't flat yet. 35 minutes have passed, so moment of truth. Pull that out. Yes! And rather surprisingly, it actually worked. There's no fires or anything to put out. And just in case anyone doubts the integrity of these videos, because why would you? This is the ECU that's plugged in. This is the one. Not my original ECU. Now what I've got is the really fun thing to do is plug my own ECU back in and see if that still works. I can't see it not doing, but let's make sure. Right, so let's try that. In theory... Oh, no! Oh. Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. I was hoping that in theory, I'd have both ECUs that work. But it appears that it actually, I don't know, does it reprogram the key to the ECU instead of the ECU to the key? So now it seems I'm going to have to do the same thing again to make my original ECU work. Now I'm hoping that maybe I don't actually have to leave it. Get off. I don't actually have to leave it for 35 minutes. So I'll try it after 5 minutes and see if it works. And after 5 minutes it didn't work. So here we are, 35 minutes later, to find out if I've ruined my original ECU. Yes. And as you can see, that appears to have worked. So let's plug our hood back in. And yes. So now I've done it twice and proven that it does actually work twice. So after spending like over an hour coding one ECU into it and then my original ECU back into it, I'm right back where I started. So that's obviously a great success. On the plus side though, nothing went on fire. It worked. So if you have one of these Aygo C1 or a 107 where the key's lost its code, or you've lost your key, or you've tried changing the battery, fucked up and lost a transponder, then hopefully if you get another transponder or another key or whatever, you should be able to program it in using this method. And the other good thing is that the ECU that I thought was pretty much scrap isn't now. So if anyone's interested in that, give me a shout. And that's pretty much it for this one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual shit. Check out my Instagram. I'd like to thank Sean MX5 for that tip that he sent me on how to actually do this. And don't forget to check out my other videos, loads of them, all of them really shit. And I'll see you next time.